Well, United Matters channel. Hope you guys are really having fun. First video of the day. Is Casemiro United exit still possible? With his performance here against Liverpool, very many have come up and obviously still clinged on to what they had before, that Casemiro should obviously leave the club of Manchester United. And with the lists of the top earners at Manchester United out, Casemiro topping it with Bruno Fernandes, a lot has gone ahead obviously be put out into the media regarding him going to Galatasaray. And the fact is, the interest of Galatasaray is really intense, but Casemiro is like, I'm going nowhere, I'm here to fight for my position. Welcome to the United Matters channel. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rock and David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're totally watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Go into the lower right bottom corner, smash the black button that has the word subscribe. After smashing it, hit the notification bell. That will enable you get notified every time I upload a video onto this YouTube channel of ours. Now, it's really one of those moments that I'm really excited to come here and really address this issue, because it is really boiling up. And guess how it happened? It started. We got a story coming in through from Rob Dawson that Galatasaray are considering a move for Casemiro. Man United will consider a deal if the right offer was made, but a loan agreement is likely to hinge on whether United are willing to continue covering part of his salary. Now, Galatasaray has gone ahead to show huge interest in signing Casemiro. That's no doubt about it. It's a fact, proven beyond reasonable doubt, that Galatasaray are interested in signing Casemiro. And the fact is, United want Casemiro out. That is it. And the problem is, he hasn't gone ahead to leave for the reason that Manchester United have failed, obviously, find themselves offloading this player. Offers were there, especially in Saudi Arabia, that you're willing to match his salary. But right now, the president left and the coach also left, and there was a change in plan. Now, having gone ahead to bring in Ugarte, and United is really eyeing at other free agents that can obviously come in, obviously with the need for like Rabiot. They believe that if at all they offload Casemiro, they would have gone ahead to obviously see themselves really have a relief, or a huge relief in their salaries, because Casemiro earns £375,000 a week. All along, we've been knowing £350,000 a week, but today the Daily Mail has gone ahead obviously to tell us the top 10 earners at the club of Manchester United, and guess what? Casemiro comes in at number Casemiro comes in at number one at £375,000 a week. That's a lot of money, guys. It's a lot of money, because if you are really to multiply it by 4, that means 2 weeks. It is I think it's like £750,000, taking it to £1.5 million a month. Times 10, that is £15 million. That means United spends £18 million on Casemiro a year. And that is really very bad for Manchester United, if at all you are really to call in for value for money. Last season, he was off, but all of us were like, obviously Casemiro really had a very long season and he came in through 31 years of age. He looked good in the season of 2022, 2023. And we anticipated that this season he would obviously become a better player, but his mobility is really down, and he cannot obviously match the levels of other players. When you look at how he's really easily possessed, meaning that you can easily get him off the ball, that is another red flag into that midfield. And that's why teams like Galatasaray are like, can we get in Casemiro? And I want to let you know that if we get out Casemiro, there are players that we can bring in, because most of you will be like, if we get out Casemiro, which other players can come in and obviously do the job? I tell you, Manchester United does have an opportunity to sign Rabiot. Rabiot is a free agent that Manchester United can obviously get him through to do the job at the club of Manchester United. You understand? So, at any cost, I think we'll be willing to get Casemiro out. But United are also not optimistic that this player will leave because of the astronomical wages that he's really earning. And I believe the best way to get him out is benching him. That is it. You bench Casemiro and he really calls for him to leave because he wants to play in the World Cup. But United are also considering a loan to Galatasaray, but they're like a loan paying half of the salary. And I think that will be something good for the club of Manchester United, because if you're Manchester United, you'll use the half payment that you would have gone ahead to pay Casemiro to paying a player known as Rabiot, you know, instead of bringing Rabiot when Casemiro is here and really spend a lot of money, because Rabiot can play as a CDM, he can play as a number 8, he can play as a number 10, he can play as a left back, he can play in very many positions into that team of Manchester United. And Chris Hurst, I think he's a United correspondent, you know, I think for the Guardian, you know, for the Times, he has told us that Galatasaray are considering making a bid for Casemiro. And all pointers were like yesterday that Galatasaray are really in for Casemiro. But guess what? We got a story coming in through from, I think this is a Brazilian side, so close to Casemiro, known as Fred Caladeira. He has told us that there is zero chance of Casemiro joining Galatasaray. And he's from Rio de Janeiro. That is the side of Brazil. And looks like it's being briefed by the people around Casemiro that Casemiro doesn't want to leave the club of Manchester United. And to confirm this, another story was dropped hugely that Casemiro is determined to fight for his place at Manchester United and will reject any offers to sign for Galatasaray before the transfer window closes in Turkey next week. So next week, that's when the transfer window of Galatasaray, of Turkey, is really closing in. And as we plan to see to it that everything really closes in, obviously Casemiro is doing all what it takes to obviously stay at the club of Manchester United, and he's determined to fight for his place. Amidst the coming in through of Manuel Ugarte, Casemiro is like, I'll show something special to Erik Ten Hag, and maybe he'll obviously consider in me. He always have a huge consideration into me, because a lot is going to have to happen for Casemiro, right? And in the due course, he's really having a very bad spell at Manchester United for the previous 2 seasons. You know, for the previous season and the commence of this season, as people were really hailing him, and I was like, do these people know what football is all about? I went ahead to see very many people, especially pundits in my country where I was born and bred, giving him his flowers that Casemiro played very well against Fulham. But if you watch that game closely, did you notice how these people really went ahead to obviously pass through that midfield? You get? Even against Brighton, it was the same case, you know? So, apart from him going in front and obviously being great into the further positions of the pitch, nothing more he could obviously offer. I would obviously understand or agree with the person who says that maybe sometimes we should play Ugarte as a sitting CDM and Casemiro as a box-to-box midfield. I think at his age, he cannot play as a CDM, you know. He can play as a supporting CDM, you know, into that midfield with Ugarte acting as a sitting CDM and Casemiro coming in through the job. But the big question remains, where will Kobe Mainoo be played? You understand? So Casemiro is like, I'm here to fight my position and I'm going nowhere. And I tell you, I'm here to keep this position. So that's what I had for you in here onto the United Matters channel. Hope you guys are really having fun. I call upon for your reactions into Casemiro to Galatasaray hanging in balance, because Casemiro is like, I'm going nowhere. They're preparing a bid, but Casemiro is like, I'm not going nowhere. So it depends on United and the decision they are going to make. They are going to bring in Rabiot to obviously replace Casemiro, and Casemiro moves out. We are waiting to see how that will pan out right now at the club of Manchester United. Rock and David remains my name. I sign out for now. See you later, and I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. And we out for now. See you when you see us. 5-finger salute to everyone watching in the first video of the day. Live stream loading. as we discuss more and more and more about more news at the club of Manchester United. The news is really scanty, but you're going to do the needful, obviously do live streams and really elongate the stories and also have you into these discussions. We out.